Good morning. Today is Thursday, October 14th, 2021. I wake up like this, but I wanted to record this because I am committed to documenting my journey. So right now, I'm in Gateway 0, Gateway of Nature or Nut, Mother Nut. I think, I don't know, oh, my book is actually right here, but whatever. So I just wanted to document some things that have been happening. So our first class starts this Sunday, and of course I will be at a wedding. So I will not be able to attend the first live class, which I'm sad. I know that Queen will be opening, kicking off everything, but our live Sunday classes every week are with her, so it is what it is. Yesterday, so I have an altar, and I will show you what it looks like at some point. And what's funny, I guess I can even share the story about that. So I already have, well, I have like mini altars kind of all over my house, honestly, and that was done by design. And I wanted them in plain sight in a way that people would not even be aware that they were altars, unless maybe you're a person that has altars in your house. And then you may be like, oh, she has mini altars all over her place. Anyway, so I have one, and it's really my ancestral altar, but I don't know, the space that I really wanted my altar for this work, I wanted, I thought that it needed to be in a specific place. Okay, so this is my ego telling me it needs to be in this place or this area, basically because of like the different logistics in my home and all of this stuff. I had made up my mind that it had to be in a specific space. And, my ego was like, how are you going to do this? How are you going to do that? You know how your mind gets. And so I was like, okay, well, maybe I can multi-purpose my ancestral altar and add just a few extra items that are required for this journey on there. So that's what I had started to do. And I don't think that like my ancestors really minded. It was really more me that the altar started to look cluttered, and it started to look cluttered in a way that I did not like, that it just didn't sit right with me. And so I'm like getting all this stuff, and the table is just getting more and more filled. I'm just a more simplistic person. I definitely like things clean and like not as busy. For me and my energy, my spirit, I just like it when things are simpler. I don't tend to like a lot of stuff or a lot of clutter. It drives me nuts. So it was kind of what was happening on my ancestral altar, that I was also going to add these additional items and use it as an altar for that as well. The altar was getting, to me, what looked like to me cluttered, because I understand other people would have been like, oh, it looks fine. And other people's altars have more details and more things, and that works for them. It just doesn't work for me. So again, forcing. This is where the altar is going to be for this journey. Forcing. And so then one of the things that we have to have on the altar, and that a lot of altars have, is a living thing, either, fresh flowers, a plant, what have you. And so I was like, oh, great. Now I got to get a plant to put on this thing. And I don't know what happened. I think I was in like a Trader Joe's. I think I was in a Trader Joe's because I was looking for a plant. And I was looking at like an aloe plant, and I was looking at some succulents. And I don't know. I was just like, you're forcing this. It just came to me like, you are forcing this. You have other places in your house. Just create another altar. When I thought about it some more, I realized that I did have space in a similar area to where my ancestral one is. And I said, why don't you just put it there? And you already have a plant there. I already had a plant there, and I already had some crystals there, and those crystals were not even there on purpose. It's just because where that plant is by a window that gets a lot of sunlight in the afternoon. And so often I put my crystals there when the sun is at its highest coming through that window so that they can recharge and absorb that energy. You had an altar in front of you, right under your nose, right in front of you all along. That's how it is in life. And that was a beautiful reminder to me in that experience, just how we force things. We force because we're trying to make things happen instead of allowing them to happen. I was bound and determined to force an altar for this where it really wasn't supposed to be. It was driving me nuts. And when I just calmed down for a minute, I realized I already had a place. It was an altar that I didn't even look at that way. But then when I shifted my perspective, I was like, this has been an altar all along. Who knew? So that's what I did. So that's how I created my altar. So I have a couple more items to get. Well, actually, some of them are part of the program. They send some of the items, like my feather and what else? My feather, and there's some other things that go on the altar. So that's 6 minutes of me sharing about my altar, and that's actually not why I even came in to share this. So the other part that I wanted to share is that, so I was doing some altar work. I think it was earlier this week. I don't think it was even yesterday. It may have been Monday or Tuesday. I can't remember. This is why I need to do these like when I remember. But I was doing some altar work and I was talking, you know, talking to my altar, communing, you know, with spirit and all of those things, which if you have done altar work, perhaps you have done that too, but that's me. And it dawned on me that I had, excuse me. You know how something gets in your throat, like you just breathe and something gets in your, like a dust or something, dust particles get in your throat. So I was at my altar, doing my thing, doing my altar work, and it came to me, I realized that I don't remember, and if I have, it's been a while. I've never like thanked my body for all that it does for me. I think this was yesterday. I never thanked my body for all that it has done for me. I have not. And so I did that. I was like, you know, I appreciate this body. This body has gotten me through a lot of things. It has loved me and been there and shown up for me through a global pandemic. It has loved me and shown up for me even when I have, you know, eaten in a way that is not in alignment with myself and what I need and what it needs. You know, there have been periods of time, there have been seasons where I have not moved my body properly, you know, exercising and things like that. And it has still shown up for me 24/7. It has still given me signs. Hey, I think you're eating too much salt. Hey, I think you're eating too much sugar. Hey, I think you're eating too much bread, you know. But it has always shown up for me. It has never been one of those friends that is like, she's not listening to me, so I'm done being friends with her, I'm out. My body has never given up on me. And the thought just came to me. And so I went in my bathroom and I looked in the mirror, and I'm a little bloated right now because my period is about to come. And so, you know, us women, sometimes we look in the mirror and it's like this sadistic game that we play, that we look in the mirror and we, you know, look and poke and prod at things about our body we may or may not like. And I saw myself getting ready to do that. And I said, And I talked to my body like my body was my friend, like a best friend. And I just said, you know, I want to say thank you to you. You have always shown up for me. No matter what I have or haven't done with you, when I haven't even nourished you properly or hydrated, you have still shown up for me. You've given me warning signs, but you've never canceled me. And I want to say thank you for that. And I just energetically, like, I felt almost like a weight that lifted off of me in some ways, because I think we are so fixated on what we don't like about our bodies that we forget that our bodies show up for us every single day. We wake up every single morning. Our body is working hard to keep things going for us. There's nothing wrong with wanting to make improvements and things like that. And of course, you know, fitness and exercise, there's nothing wrong with you wanting to look good in your definition of it physically. But let's make sure that we're appreciating ourselves and appreciating our body. Guys, this is a real raw update here. But yeah, let's just make sure that we say thank you to our bodies more, because we do. Sometimes we abuse them, we are rough on them, and they show up for us still. Even when we're sick, the things that our bodies are doing when we are unwell is our body overcompensating, still trying to show up for us, you know? So if our body is always trying to show up, I shouldn't even say trying to. If our body is always showing up for us, we've got to show up for it too. But we can all start by just saying thank you to our bodies more. You may not like how you're built, but your heart pumps that blood every single day. You may not like that you have a roll here or there, but your liver is clearing your body of toxins every day, around the clock. You may not like how your eyes are shaped or what your hair texture is, but your body, your kidneys clean your blood. You know, they filter all day for you. Let's appreciate that too. That it shows up for us all day, every day. So that was, I appreciated that. And I was just like, you know, I'm done. I am done, you know, nitpicking at you. I'm done nitpicking at you. You don't nitpick at me, and you have done so much for me, you know? So I wanted to share that. And I feel like there was another revelation I had, but I'm going to have to come back for another video because I have to start my day. And this is 13 minutes. Although this is my documentary, I can make a video for however long I want. But I will stop there for now.